Hey everybody, BigRigSteve here with BigRigTravels.com. So tonight we are in Post Falls, Idaho, and it's April and it's almost time to get out and go camping. 2020, everybody knows about 2020, but it's 2021 now and it's almost summertime, springtime, summertime. Get out and go camping. It's time to get out of the house. You've been locked in the house for way too long. Get out and explore the world around you. Go camping, go fishing, go to your state parks, your national parks, your local parks. One thing you might need while camping, especially if you go outback camping, primitive camping, although you can make primitive camping or fishing at your local fishing hole a whole lot easier with this right here. And I left my notes, excuse me. The EcoFlow River 600 Pro. Okay, this is a lithium ion power supply, and if you have kids and you go camping, they're still going to want to be on Facebook. They're still going to want to take pictures, tons of pictures with their phones, upload them to Facebook, upload them everywhere else. If you are like me, you a photographer, you need to charge your camera batteries. I have a camera stabilizer that I need to charge, 2 different laptops, a tablet, 2 different phones. So yeah, I'm always a power hog myself. And in a hotel, it's easy. But if you are out camping, you want to plug in maybe your radio or your iPod or your phones, this is the way to go. 15.9 pounds. Great carrying handle. I mean, nice and secure. 15.9 pounds. Anybody can carry that. This will even fit in a backpack. You got to carry your ice cooler and your tent and your sleeping bags and your food and everything else. Tag this along. It'll be worth it in the long run. This is EcoFlow River 600 Pro. This will provide you with 1200 watts with the Eco Boost if you want to use something that surges or has a surge in it, you know, like if you start a motor or whatever. But 600 watts worth of AC power, and that's pure sine wave. That's no dirty power. 600 watts of pure sine wave power, 720 watts all the way around. You could plug all sorts of things into it. For example, first let's turn it on. First thing you notice is this very informative display. This display will tell you, this 99 here that you see, will tell you when you plug in something, say you plug in your cell phone, this will tell you how long this will supply power to whatever you have plugged in. The 97% with the blue circle around tells you that this power supply battery is right now at 97% charged. These other digit displays over here will tell you the input wattage, the output wattage. Obviously, if you're charging it, it'll be the input wattage. It'll also tell you how many minutes or how many hours it'll take to charge. I'll give you a hint. From 0 to 80% in 1 hour. And if you want a full 100% charge from 0, it only takes 1.6 hours. That's not long. Go grill a steak, go catch a fish, come back and your unit will be charged. Alright, so let's go over some stuff. First, you have your light. Anybody could use lights. I didn't want to blind you too long. But this is a bright light. And this will provide light in your tent, or if you lost your fishing bowl, you know, or if you're doing night fishing. You also have 4 USB plugs. This one here is a USB-C plug. Did I say that right? USB-C plug, rated at 100 watts. The center two are the standard USB-A plugs. And then this last one is a USB-A fast charge plug, rated at 28 watts. And it will tell you right underneath the plug what each item is, in case you forget which one you want to use. This over here is a DC power port, 12 volts, just like what you have in your car, or what I've got 4 of in the truck. Anything that you plug, like your GPS or anything that you would normally plug into your vehicle power port, this one has it as well. And it's got great weather seals on there, so it keeps dirt and dust and moisture and all that stuff out of it. It also comes with 2 DC 5521 ports right here. And of course, if you want to use any of the DC, you have to turn the DC power on, and it would tell you in your display what you have powered on. Now, over here you have 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 AC power unit, or AC power outlets. Combination, you could do up to 600 watts of pure sine wave. Well, you know, a laptop's about 120 watts. So you could plug in 3 different laptops and you still have plenty of power. Of course, just like the DC, you have to turn your AC on, and it will tell you 60 hertz AC. I don't know if you could hear that fan or not. Pretty quiet fan. This port right here, you can buy an external battery, a supplemental battery from the website EcoFlow.com. Hook that secondary battery up to here, and then it doubles the capacity of this. For example, with everything, you could get up to 720 watts worth of power at the same time. But if you plug in the external battery, it doubles it. It doesn't use this battery and then drain the next battery. It actually combines both of them for one powerful unit for a total of 1,440 watts. Almost lost my mind. It is 11 o'clock at night. So with 2 batteries, you double the power available to you. So now the question is, how do you charge this up? Well, let's talk about it. Nomenclature on this is great, meaning there's all these diagrams everywhere that tells you exactly what port you're using. In other words, it's hard to get confused. This right here tells you, or this is where you would charge everything. Now, using this quick start guide that contains all of your cables. You know, normally you have to buy cables separately and all that. This one provides you with everything. This will tell you in plain English how to connect everything. So we're at the hotel. Before we go camping, plug this into the regular wall outlet. Like I said, 0 to 80% in 1 hour. That ain't very long at all. And if you want to go to 100% from 0, just wait basically an hour and a half. That ain't nothing. Now, you can also plug this in, it's a flag cord, like so. Plug it into your vehicle power port and charge it while you're driving to your favorite fishing spot or or whatever. And that way, by the time you get there, it'll be fully charged. If that wasn't enough, this set of cables will connect to a solar panel. You can also buy the solar panel at EcoFlow.com, their website. Or if you already have solar panels, just make the connections match these, and they do sell the adapter kit. You can connect up to 200 watts worth of solar panels and charge while you're sitting down there fishing or camping during the day. Now, that's how you would charge this. 3 different ways to charge it. Lots of different power, every kind of power combination you can imagine. Now, look at my cheat sheet. We talked about the solar panels, the cables, the batteries. I have played with this and tested this already, you know, for a couple weeks now. I really like this. I really do. It provides all the information you need right here, and we're going to do some testing here in a minute. It feels like I'm forgetting to tell you something. And I can't remember. I've filmed this like 12 times already. It does come with an app that you can put on your phone. You just go to Google Play Store or whatever, download the EcoFlow app, Eco River, I think it's called. It tells you in the instructions. By the way, the instructions that come with the unit, a lot of instruction books or instruction guides are very poorly written, but I'll tell you what, I've read every word in here, and this explains everything. This will tell you how to connect it. It'll tell you every single what the buttons are for. I know the lighting's bad, but trust me, it's there. There we go. But it will show you every single connection, what every light means, how to connect it up, the ports, the wattage, all the information you want. You've got indicators that hopefully you'll never see, like your high temperature indicators, and everything will be right there. All sorts of little pictures that'll tell you what you might see, like overload. Hopefully you don't see that. High temperature, low temperature. Very informative, it really is. And the instruction book is very well written. It'll even tell you how to connect the solar panel. It'll tell you how to use the X boost mode. That would be like, say, 600 watts, but you can actually get up to 1200 watts for a very short amount of time. Like say you plug in a small refrigerator, and when the power kicks on, or the refrigerator kicks on, you know, you get that sudden surge. This will carry it up to 1200 watts worth of surge. It tells you how to connect the extra battery. Of course, it'll tell you troubleshooting, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If you have a problem, it's got a troubleshooting section. Really well written instruction book. So we talked about the app, we talked about the cables. By the way, something that you might not know or expect from something like this. First, most power supplies provide dirty power. This one provides a pure sine wave. So this also, now most of these, when you buy power supplies, you plug it in to that wall outlet, and then you plug in, I don't know, just say you plug in your laptop. Well, guess what? as long as the laptop is on and drawing power from here, it's not charging. But this one, you plug in to the wall, and then you plug in, you know, your laptop or refrigerator or whatever the case may be, and plug it in and turn it on. It is passing through. In other words, the refrigerator, the laptop, whatever you have plugged in, when it's plugged into an active wall socket, this is an uninterruptible power supply, meaning it will pass through and it will actually pull the power from the wall. It won't drain your battery. So it will actually pass through. Power will pass straight through. Now, I was talking about an uninterruptible power supply. This is an entry-level basic UPS, uninterruptible power supply. When it is plugged into an active wall and you have your refrigerator plugged into here, boom, it's a lightning storm and the house loses power. Guess what? This will kick on in less than 30 milliseconds and start running whatever you have plugged into it. Remember, it would take power from the wall, pass through here, but if power is cut from the wall, lightning storm, power outage, whatever, less than 30 milliseconds, this kicks on and starts charging. And then, of course, you'll have your display that tells you how long it'll last and all that. So, let's try a couple of things, and I'll show you how it works and give you an idea of how long it'll run a couple of my items, just to show you. Alrighty. Now, if you watched one of my other videos that we did a review on, this right here is my refrigerator freezer dual zone. Let's see if I can show you this really quick. My big dual zone refrigerator freezer. Now, currently it's off because I have the plug in my hand. I want to show you something. So we turn it off. But we turn our power supply on. Okay? Remember, if we're using any power ports, you want to make sure you turn the appropriate power supply on, or power ports on. Now, let's plug this in, and you see the freezer come on. Now, let's talk about the display here. If you look at the very top here, you see a fan running. That tells you that this fan is on high. Input wattage is 3940 watts. 39 watts. Okay, now we had this off to show you. So this is running on high, which you can tell by the green light. So with this running on high, it's telling you that it's at 60 hertz, because we're using a 60 hertz outlet. And right now, it'll run my refrigerator freezer for 18 hours. Now you think, well, 18 hours isn't very long. Well, that's almost a whole day if this ran on high. It's only running on high right now because we had it unplugged while I moved everything up here to show you, because this is in the top bunk. So after this gets up to temperature, or down to temperature, because it is a refrigerator freezer, this goes into idle mode. Well, at idle mode, this uses like 2 watts, and then it'll last for 99 hours. So you kind of pick the balance. When this is running on high, you get 15, 16, 18 hours out of it on high. But this is not going to run on high all the time. It's going to be just like your refrigerator at the house, where it'll cool, and then once it gets cold, it shuts down and hibernates. While we're here, I'll show you what I got in my refrigerator and my freezer. All sorts of good stuff. So, in this case, if the truck gets worked on and they disconnect the batteries, I'll plug this in and it will run this. Now it tells you it's 96%. Like I said, we've been playing with this a while already. But even then, even if this were to run on high, non-stop, you could still get 18 hours out of it. Let's try another test. Alright, so now we're going to try a different test. This is with my big 32-inch TV that I got on the wall there. We can't see, but there's a 32-inch TV there. You'll see it here in a second. So let's plug our 32-inch TV. Once again, we're going to plug it in to the side. And you can see the displays there. So right now it's not pulling any wattage or anything. You gotta turn the AC on. So now it's pulling 1 watt, 2 watts. Okay, so add 2 watts, 99 hours. So let's turn on the TV. As the TV starts to power on, now you see we're pulling 24, 25, 26 watts. And you see that it's running at 32 hours, 33 hours, 32 hours, that it'll run our television set. That's a big 32-inch TV. Alright, so you get 30 hours, 33 hours worth of television watching. So, ain't too bad. And you see the TV start waking up. And there you go. So, you could watch TV off of this for 30 hours. That ain't bad at all, really. Alright, now let's try another test. Alrighty, now let's try charging my phone. You see that we're pulling 8 watts. See that we're pulling 8 watts. And it'll charge the phone for 91 hours. Obviously, it's not going to take 91 hours to charge the phone. But, you know, in an hour, hour and a half, whatever, the phone would be fully charged and that would go up. Now, if you plug this into the fast charge, now we're pulling 11, 12 watts, and it go for 73, 66, 73 hours. Once this is charged, of course, it's going to draw a lot less, like 1 watt, so it'll go back up to 99. During one of my testings, I had 2 phones and a tablet plugged in. And I don't know, it did like 30 hours. It said that it would take to charge, or the amount of charge time to charge everything. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that came out right. I mean, but once everything got charged up 100%, then it went back to 99 because it wasn't pulling hardly anything. So when you are, like right now the phone's at 58%. So it's charging in the fast charge slot 56, 61 hours or whatever, pulling 12 watts. Still got 96% of power in here. You have to think, that's what it is when it's at its highest point of charging the phone or charging the refrigerator. Once this is charged, it's going to drop how much wattage it's going to take to, you know, put this in hibernation or whatever, and then you're going to gain a lot more time. So that's why I say you could use this to charge anything you want to. Same thing if I were to excuse me. Let's try this. Plug this, regular 12 volt outlet. Plug this in here. Now remember, if you're going to use DC or AC, you got to supply power to it, which tells you car. So you plug this in and does basically the same thing. DC is going to charge a little bit slower, but you're pulling 8 watts, and this you get 91 hours worth of phone battery charging before this will go down to 0 on you. It does have a low warning when, I forgot what percentage, but when this gets really low, it does send an alarm to tell you, hey, you're running out of battery juice. See, now we're pulling 12, so it'll last 60 hours. So there, I've showed you all the different combinations of plugs. Now let's show you plugging in. Turn this off. So get rid of that, put this down here. So now this, remember, we're going to charge it. I don't have solar panels or nothing to show you. I do plan on buying solar panels for this. But we go ahead and plug this in. Then we plug this into the wall. Now you see that spinning, which means this is actively being charged. This says in blue, recharge time 20 minutes, 19 minutes. Before it said hours, but now it says minutes. So 18 minutes, this will be charged up to 100%. Right now, it's pulling 47, 68, 105, 133, 165, 192. So it tells you what the input wattage is. And it would tell you input, output, wattage. This tells you everything. It really does. I see me personally getting a lot of use out of this. Now I understand this is a long review, but I believe in giving an honest review. See, now it stopped. I believe in giving an honest review. And if it takes 15 minutes to tell you my personal feelings and thoughts about any given product, I'm not worried about time, because I want to cover everything. I want to give you an honest review of whatever it is that we're reviewing. I will tell you in the description of the video, visit the links that I give you, and I will give you a discount code that you can use if you would like to buy one of these. And they have several different models. If you want to buy the solar panels, if you want to buy this unit itself, the coupon code that I give you will save you $50. That's not a bad deal at all. So I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight here in the truck in Post Falls, Idaho. Let me see. What time is it now? I don't know. 12:09. 9 minutes after midnight. We got to get some sleep, but I just wanted to get this review out to you. The Eco River, I better get my notes so I get this right. The EcoFlow River 600 Pro. Almost sounds like a song. The EcoFlow River 600 Pro. take it camping, take it, you know, in the backyard. I've had my fair share of power supplies. A lot of them leave stuff to be desired. You know, I've found some that had the AC plugs but no DC plug, or DC plug but no AC plug. Well, this one has a light, 4 USB plugs, multiple DC outlets, triple the AC outlets, fantastic power display or indicator display, multiple ways to charge it. I have yet to see anything this good. So read the description below the video and visit the store, EcoFlow.com, and use our discount code, save $50 on solar panels and all that stuff. Check it out. Make sure you let me know what you think down in the comments below. I love it. I plan on getting a lot of use out of this. It has 800 cycles and a shelf life, after you charge it the first time, a shelf life of 1 year, and it will still be at 80% charge after a year of just sitting there. But you get 800 cycles out of this. I like it. I'll get some use out of it. Now I think I need to get some use out of my bed. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys out on the road tomorrow. And check it out. Really, seriously. I like it. I am planning on buying the solar panels. And don't forget, you can buy the extra battery as well. Double the power. Uninterruptible power supply. It's got everything. 15.9 pounds. That's all I got. I'm sold. How about you? Big Rig Steve here, signing off for the night. I'll see y'all later. Thank you. Good night.